Hey everybody, Tizoc here. Today we're going to talk about proper left-hand technique for the classical guitar. So let's get started. First thing you'll notice, I'm in the correct classical guitar posture. If you don't know about that, check out my video on that topic. Correct classical or proper, I think it's called proper classical guitar posture and guitar supports. There's some information, useful information on guitar supports. So check that out and then come back, okay? So let's get started. You're going to relax. We're going to focus here. Arm from the shoulder down. You're going to relax, shake it off, and here we go. Palm face up. Thumb is going to be placed behind the second fret. The second fret is this second metal bar. These are the frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Okay, thumb behind the second fret and centered on the neck. So not up here, not down here, centered on the neck behind the second fret. Top part of your palm up against the bottom of the neck right here so that it's touching. This side and this side. Everything is touching. The entire palm is touching the bottom of the neck here. Your fingers, just curl them and let them land wherever they happen to be. Okay. This is not exactly the correct technique, but it's a good place to start. So things to notice, your wrist is straight. And your wrist is straight because the palm is parallel to the neck. In this case, you're literally on the neck. Okay, your fingers are curled. Your pinky is sideways, and this is sideways because again, your palm is parallel to the neck. Okay, it's in this case, like I said, it's touching, but it's parallel, and that's going to cause your pinky to go sideways. It's also going to cause your index finger to be sideways as well, but the opposite side. Your middle and your ring, more or less, are going to be flat up against the fingertips. Wrist is straight. Your shoulder is not tense. It shouldn't be. It should be nice and relaxed. Your elbow just happens to be wherever it happens to be. It's not sticking out. That's expended energy. You don't need to do that. And then tucked in. That's also expended energy. You're actually forcing your elbow in those either direction. You're forcing it. So just relax and just let it fall. Okay. And this is again a good starting point. So take your hand off for a second. I want to talk to you about proper placement of the fingers on the fretboard. I'm going to tell you to put a finger on the first fret. And what I mean is you're going to place your finger behind the first fret. Don't place it directly on. I've seen that many times, which makes sense because I tell you, put it on the first fret. So, okay, I'm going to put it on the first fret. That's what he said. I don't know. But you're going to want to put it behind the first fret. And that goes for all of your fingers. Second thing, your fingers are going to be labeled. First finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. For this hand, thumb, index, middle, ring. But for this hand, first, second, third, and fourth. So if you're talking to someone or you're teaching someone about the guitar, it's very clear what hand you're talking about. Okay, so all right, so let's try again. Relax, thumb behind the second fret, centered on the neck, palm against the fretboard, fingers down. All right, so let's make some adjustments. Your first finger, I want you to place that on the first fret of the first string over here. So without moving your thumb, keep your thumb in line with the second fret. These, for now, you can move them however you'd like. Just don't go crazy on them. You're going to move this down, first fret, first string. Boom. If you're doing it correctly, you'll be pressing from the side of the finger. And you're going to play this note with either a rest stroke or a free stroke. It doesn't matter. If you don't know the difference, I have two videos, one on free strokes, one on rest strokes. You can watch that and then come back, okay? You're going to want to make sure you have a nice clear tone. Once you've got a nice clear tone, you're going to place your second finger down on the same string, but you're going to place it on the second fret, which means, again, behind the fret. Okay? Keep your first finger down if you can. If you can't, then lift it up, but don't lift it up like this. Try and keep it close to the string. Your third finger is going to be placed on the third fret, again, on the same string. You're going to have to make some adjustments with your thumb so that you can reach. So adjust your thumb as necessary. And then last but not least, your pinky. Okay, notice I move my hand slightly so that my palm, while it's not touching the neck, it is still parallel with the neck. And again, that causes my fourth finger to be sideways and makes it curled. So if you're straight, which is very common, that means your palm is not parallel with the fretboard. There, like that. Okay, so you want to make sure you're like that. And this right here, this is the basis, this is the foundation for pretty much everything. So this right here is your actual first chromatic exercise that you can use to practice your technique. So you would do one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And you would do it on all of the strings. Don't keep your fingers out like this. I mentioned already once before, I think, to keep your fingers close to the strings that you're playing. That means your fingers travel less distance and you can end up playing faster because of it, and you have less of a chance of making a mistake by placing your finger on the wrong string because it's already really close, so it's going to hit that string that you want. Okay, so the exercise that you're going to do to practice this technique is really simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 on each string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. Again, fingers stay close to the strings, and I'm going to talk about the thumb while I do this as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, parallel, sideways, everything's curled, move up to the second string. And you're going to notice as you move up the strings, you're going to have to move your thumb up with your fingers. So by the time you get to the 6th string, your thumb is a lot higher up the neck than it is when you're on the 1st string. Okay, so my thumb, it's not popping up like this, but it is definitely on the upper part of the neck. You can't see it, but it's on the upper part. When you are on the 1st string, it's not popping out from here, from underneath, but it is definitely on the lower part of the neck. But it's always more or less in the same location from this angle, okay? Near the 2nd, either slightly behind, slightly in front, or right in line, but it's here. It's not here. It's not over here. It's over here more or less, okay? Let's see if there's anything else. I believe that's most of it. Let's talk about shifts. So let's say you want to play this exercise on a different fret. Okay, you're going to have to shift to that fret. And it's a really simple concept. You're going to remove the pressure from the fingers onto the strings, but you're still in that position. So you're going to move your fingers and your thumb as a unit, your entire hand together, to the 5th fret. Apply the pressure, and now you are in 5th position because your 1st finger is on the 5th fret. So now you would play the exercise here. So on and so forth. Okay, notice when you get to the 6th string, my palm is actually touching the entire fretboard, like I had you do at the beginning of this whole video. It's touching, and that means my finger can still be curled. My 4th finger can still be curled, and it still allows you to press down with the side of on the side of the fingertip and not directly on the fingertip like this. So it's all about having the palm parallel to the guitar. Okay, so let's shift again. So let's say we want to play this exercise on the 3rd fret. So we relieve the pressure, shift everything as a unit together to the 3rd fret, and now here we are in 3rd position. So now I'm going to work my way down. I'll do free strokes, and you can kind of see my fingers are staying close to the fretboard. My palm is parallel to the neck, forcing my 4th finger to remain curled and playing from its side. And that's pretty much it. If you want to go to the 9th fret, then you go to the 9th fret, and this would be 9th position. And that is proper technique for the left hand.